see if this works this time. Um, if somebody is online, could you please comment so that I know that my OBS is actually working? I would appreciate that. If it is not, then I know there is an issue. So I know there's already an issue because I think on my phone on Facebook it does say that there are 4 people watching, but I don't see that on my OBS software. So that means that by itself is a problem. So if anyone is willing to test out whether I can read the comments, feel free to post a comment so I know that this is working. Very soon I am going to make a sample. I'm trying to spin this fine so I can do a decent 3-ply. This is the 3-ply fractal that I just prepped my fiber for. So I start off with the fattest chunks of fiber first. I do that ply first because I know the other ones just breeze by. So if in case I get bored spinning this, I know that it's going to go by quickly when I'm towards the end. So and like I mentioned, if somebody would like to just put a comment in the Facebook window so that I know whether my OBS software is working properly, I would appreciate that. So, okay. Elena, I do see your comment on my phone. However, I don't see it on the OBS software, which is annoying, but what I'm going to do is try to see if I can watch my own video. I don't know why this has been happening lately, but it has. Yeah, I can see your comment, but um, I cannot see it on my OBS software, which is not fun. So, so what I'm going to do is, let me see if I can see. Okay. So I don't know if you caught my previous video where I was prepping up this fiber for doing a 3-ply fractal. No, I'm not on Instagram. I'm just doing this on Facebook, YouTube, and what's it? Twitch. So, no, this is good. I can read your comments on my Facebook page. Uh, it should appear on my OBS software, which it is not, which is the annoying part of it all, but I'm definitely liking these colors. Um, this fiber though is not my favorite fiber to spin. Uh, Means it's nice. It makes a nice plum fiber. It's Falkland, which is good. Oh, you did one in watermelon colors? Oh, that sounds wonderful. Yeah, I was wondering what to spin, and then I thought, you know what? Well, Elena gave me the idea. Alana Wilcox. This is the person who's written the book on spinning a braid in many ways. She's like, if I have dyed this fiber recently, I should spin it right away to know what I like about it and what I don't like about it. And so that it gives me ideas of how to dye next time around, which makes sense, right? So I said, okay, let's do that. And you probably cannot see much of the braid or the fiber online, but the colors are pretty good. They are not um, as you are seeing it on the screen. Unfortunately, my Instagram and my Facebook page, which has, just still pictures, that shows the colors of this braid a lot more accurately. Video and my camera for that, colors are just off, and I've tried changing things, changing the white balance, but it's just not working out to go out all in and dye fiber. Yes, yes, you need to, because once you start dyeing fiber, you just realize so much more, and then with the different ways you dye, the results are different, and then I think it also makes you a little bit more aware of what kind of fiber you would like to purchase from somebody else. Do you want it space dyed? Do you want it like random dyed in blotches? Because even though many people are not, very fond of that kind of dye effect, because the colors are not that saturated. It's actually honestly about me. I was initially like, oh, the color is all blotchy and everything. It doesn't look like it was dyed well. But the effects of that in the finished yarn are much more interesting. They are a little bit more randomized. and you get these white sections which do this interesting color play. So it's definitely worth trying out, either dyeing yourself or just trying fibers which have been dyed in different ways, spinning them, taking notes of how it looked originally, what it looks like once it's spun up. And like I said, I was going to make a sample of this, so let's do that. I'm trying to spin this pretty fine. And where is my crochet hook? So what I do is I take a crochet hook and pull out like around 24 inches or so. um, Let it hang down, let it ply back on itself, and once it stabilizes, I don't know if you can see it spinning down there. So that kind of evenly plies up my sample, so I kind of know. Yeah, and I'm purposely not putting a lot of twist in it because I wanted it to be kind of fluffy. um, your summer is just going to be explosion of color. That's good, nothing wrong with that. Explosion of color is always good. So anyway, that is going to be my sample. I know towards the top uh, the twist looks uneven, but this is the part I'm really focusing on. That's my true sample. So I usually keep that on my wheel. This was from the previous spin, so that I don't need, or I'm going to keep that as my notes for later. And I can continue with the spin. There we go. I am spinning this on the fast flyer on my Lendrum so that I can get a much finer yarn. Elena, did your mom receive her mug yet? She should have. Forgot to ask you. I hope she liked it. Hi, Casper. Hi, Boo Boo. Casper's come for his hugs and his pets and his love. Yes, I love you. I love you, Casper. Yes, I do. You want to go for a drive today? You want to go in the car? Yes. Oh, yes, I know you do. I know you do. We'll go for a drive. Yes, mommy getting ready, then we'll go. Tell mommy to go get ready. Where is she? Tell her go get ready. Okay, go. Come on. Tell her to go get ready. Then we'll go out. Oh yeah, island mail can be weird at this time. It's fine. I was just curious whether she received her package or not. That was Casper, planning to go for a little bit of a drive. Um, Not too far. Just to get out of the house. The weather is good today. You want to know too. I was just talking with my spinning group the other day. We were on a Zoom meeting, and I was admitting to the fact that I am very bad at giving gifts. I am uh, very bad at actually gifting anything or giving something to someone without knowing if they like it for sure. I'm more of the fact that if a person sees something and they said, "Oh, I love it," and then I can give it to them rather than me just surprising them with something, because I'll always wonder whether they really like it or not. And this brings me to the point of my Patreon. I remember, Elena, you mentioned uh, about, what people would like to see, and it's very confusing for me to decide as to what I would like to do on the Patreon page. Um, because I want it. It's not a lot of money or anything, which people, but it's still money which people put towards supporting the artists, and I just don't know what would be worth it for them. And so then it was like, oh, should I be giving them something like pottery or yarn or fiber or something like that, or should I just do videos? Uh, and if I just do videos, is that enough? I know gifts are just so hard. So I am liking the way this fiber is spinning. And I like the colors that are dyed. All of that is working fine. The only thing is that because Falkland is like this really woolly kind of wool, there is very less shine to it, unlike merino. It's like dulling out the colors a little bit, which is, a little disappointing actually, that the colors that I intended for this are not as strong and saturated looking while I'm spinning it. And when I ply it with my planned out fractal 3 ply, it's probably going to mix up a little bit more. But that's the whole point of trying. I think if I did the same colors in like a merino silk blend or pullover silk or something, it would be a lot more striking. I really love your videos. Okay. And you answer our questions and everything so promptly. That's enough. All right. Yeah, because currently I have set up the Patreon page, and it is just like a default. There is only one tier. I'm not doing like multiple, because with multiple tiers, that's what I feel I need to offer something more. Hey, Nancy. And that's why I just kind of go like, okay, it's just $5 a month. What you get is basically my videos. There is no scheduled time or anything. I thought that would be nice to maybe put a scheduled time so people know that, hey, we are supporting the artist. We would like to know when you're online. But uh, any kind of structure like that kind of stresses me out. And that's the last thing I want these days. So we shall see for how long I can do what I can do. And yeah, I thought of doing different levels at different price points, but then it's like I don't know how to plan that out. And I did put up the Facebook post, and thanks Elena for answering to it, but I got like hardly any responses to it, so I'm like, eh, seems like it's stressful for people to even answer what they want. So let's just for now leave it at what it is. I'm still kind of thinking over it, and I might add some things, but you know, I'm not going to stress over it. I'm just waiting when Casper will be ready. You're back to check on your yarn. It's looking amazing, Wendy, and I know you just made this conclusion that it's your yarn. You can think whatever you want. You know you have to be extra nice to me, right? For this to be your yarn. I have to be careful. I'm live and there might be other people watching. They might just notice my sassy, sarcastic side. Yeah, yeah, that's what it is. If it's regular, I know if it's consistent, the videos, people will, I will get more views and people will know when to tune in. But as an artist, I like to do things. I love your sass. Oh, Elena, you haven't even seen it yet. We don't know each other that well. Wendy. I love being in a constant state of COVID induced delusion. It's all my yarn. Yeah, Wendy. Yep. I think I was at my last spin up meeting and everyone pointed out that they were seeing this whole different side of me. And these are people I meet up with regularly. So, Elena, yeah, you don't have a clue. I was just in a mood, I think. So we are just waiting for Casper and his mommy to get ready so we can uh, go for a drive. You love watching people to spin. I enjoy the art of the wheel itself. Yes, it's an amazing process. Um, that's why I love my spin groups. It was, meeting up with everyone, seeing what they were spinning, and just the act of seeing the fiber in their hands turn into yarn while you were doing the same thing. Yes, I was in a mood. I still am, and I probably will be till our next meetup. So be careful. You have been warned for SAS alert. COVID induced state of craziness. That I am, that's for sure. This isolation thing is really something. And it's not like I was a person who was out every day meeting people, but it's It's the not knowing when I'll meet people again, which is getting the sass all upturned. Well, thank you for stopping by, Nancy. You have to return to your homes. Do a fast house cleaning, yes. Good luck with that. I did the house cleaning yesterday, though I didn't finish anything because I kept planning what to do. Quick spinning question. Your wheel rocks back and forth. That doesn't bother you? No, it doesn't. And actually, that happens when I spin on carpet. So there's carpet down below, and that's the reason why it rocks. And actually, I don't notice it. It's only when I look at the videos I realize that my wheel is rocking back and forth. So, oh, I'm sorry about the back surgery. I hope everything goes well. You take care. So, looks like I'm done with more than one repeat of the color, which is good. And so there is no particular color. Sometimes what happens with the dyeing fiber too, I've noticed that some part of the braid is a little harder to spin than the other, which is maybe it's the dye, maybe the way it was so much more closer to the steam or something. It does not affect it doesn't affect my finished product. It might affect your finished product. How about that? How about that for some sassiness? Yeah, I think people have become very much vocal to show their true self in this isolation. They're like, enough of being polite in public. I'm always at home. This is the only time I get to be myself, so there is no filtering happening. This is a new way of communication, so just be yourself, sassy or not. Oh God, don't tell me it started ringing again. It's kind of doing a very weird thing today. All right, Wendy. Looking forward to getting my yarn in the mail tomorrow. Oh, jeez. And I'm being sassy? You're already hogging a lot of my yarn on cones, Wendy, remember? Okay, I think we are getting ready to leave as well. So, it was fun joining you guys and chat with you. Thanks for the company. And I'm sorry about the weird chat thing. It's like weird that my OBS software is not showing the chat windows. What coned yarn? Wendy, yes, exactly. What coned yarn? Just like how this is your yarn. Mm-hmm. Now I get it. You have no idea what I'm talking about. You can keep. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. Other people are watching, so I'm gonna keep quiet. Uh, I need to get going anyway, and maybe it's a good time for me to stop. Bye, Wendy, and bye everyone else. Bye, Elena. Bye, Nancy, if you're still online. Nice chatting with you, and hope your surgery goes well. Take care, everyone. Bye.